Finally, so you can leave me alone. Me gonna make the jerk chicken. Now, if you guys didn't catch that, today's recipe is going to be Jamaican jerk chicken, and I'm gonna also be making festival. If you don't know what that is, I don't know how to tell you. Very simple and easy to follow. I hope I make it as easy to follow for you guys, which is always my aim. But I also do believe that to have authentic jerk chicken, you just have to be in Jamaica. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about the spices, the right equipment, and the atmosphere that makes it like good. So I'm just gonna be doing my best today to work with my resources. I'm gonna be using the outside grill, but it's a gas grill. When in Jamaica, we use like the pan and coal and the like apple wood, so like I don't have all that here. So I'm just gonna be working with whatever I have, which should be easier for you guys at home because obviously I don't expect everybody to have a pan in their backyard. And a pan in Jamaica is like, it's kind of like a barrel. That's the Jamaican way of saying it. It's like a barrel. So like, like monkeys in a barrel. Okay. And Jamaicans, it's like a tin barrel, I think. Whatever material that is, Jamaicans, they cut it in half, put hinges on it, and then put grills in the like bottom half of it, and they put coal, like what you burn when Santa's coming. This is so bad. And that's like the oven for a jerk, to make jerk chicken in Jamaica. But yeah, I'm not gonna bore you guys with all that. I'm just gonna show you guys how I make it here and now, in today's world, and hopefully you guys like it. So finally, here is everything that you are going to need. Walker's Wood traditional Jamaican jerk seasoning in mild for me, but it also comes in hot and spicy, so if you guys want to go for that one, go right ahead. But if you want to do mild and then add a little bit of like habanero or what Jamaicans call Scotch bonnet pepper, then you could do that. But this is literally all you need. 4 drumsticks, and as you can see, I've already marinated this overnight. So I use this sauce to marinate the chicken, and I left it overnight in the fridge for it to soak up all the spices and be ready to cook for today. Now, to make your festival, this is everything that you're gonna need. 1 cup and 2 tablespoons flour, 6 tablespoons cornmeal, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons sugar, 2 tablespoons soft butter, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg spice. And finally, you're gonna need oil for frying, and a lot of oil. And I'm gonna be using the deep fryer today, so that takes about a whole gallon of oil. If you don't have a deep fryer, you could use like a Dutch pot. I don't really know what the equivalent of that is. I don't think a frying pan works well. You just need something deep that you could fry it in. So let's get right into this video. I've already preheated my outside oven to 400, between 350 and 400 degrees, so it's hot. But to make the jerk chicken, it's gonna take a really, really long time. 2 hours max, 1.5 hours minimum. So this is how it's tricky with jerk chicken. You're slow cooking it, and then it's gonna be you just watching it, turning it so it doesn't burn. I'm gonna take you guys outside so you can see the process. Let's go. So now we're outside. The oven is preheated to up to 400 degrees, so the grill is hot. Once I put the chicken on it, I'm gonna turn it down so it slow cooks and flip it every 30 minutes. But I'm gonna walk you guys through it, so don't worry. Literally all you need is the chicken, which, like I said, I've already had marinated and it's ready to get on the grill. I'm gonna use a little bit of cooking spray so that it doesn't stick to the grill, just to give it a little grease. And now I'm going to lay them on the grill with the skin side facing up. So my chicken is on the grill. I'm gonna close this and let it slow cook for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then check on it in between just to make sure it's not burning. And that's about it. It's gonna take about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops to cook, but you're gonna need to check it in like 20-minute intervals. I'm back to check on the chicken just to make sure that it's not burning or drying out too much. And it looks good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil to the grill gates. Also, my dad gave me a little tip. Shout out to him. I'm going to be dabbing a little bit of Heineken beer on it. I don't need a lot, so I'm just gonna pour it out. Pour some out into a cup. This is gonna help keep the chicken from drying out while also adding a little bit of flavor. Sprinkle it a little bit with the beer. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this, but like I said, it'll add a little bit of flavor. If you don't want to do this, or you want to keep the chicken from drying out, you could just use water. And you could do this about 45 minutes in cooking the chicken. That looks really good. Same thing. Cool it down. So now I'm going to flip the chicken. Close it and let it cook for another 25 to 30 minutes before checking on it again. So I'm just gonna let that sit, and now I can go inside and work on my festival. Okay guys, so we are about an hour into the chicken getting cooked, and now I just wanna get started on the festival. So I'm gonna start combining all the ingredients. So just add in a cup and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 6 tablespoons cornmeal, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 2 tablespoons sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg. Gonna mix that up. Now I can add my butter, and it's been sitting out for a while, so it should be soft enough. Now all that is combined, so I'm just gonna make a well, and that's just pretty much making a hole in the middle of all this. And then I'm going to add my milk. Fold everything into the milk. And then start to knead it for about a minute so it gets soft enough. I just washed my hands, so I'm going in to knead it. So you'll want to knead this for 30 seconds to a minute. So my dough is well kneaded, and I'm just gonna break it up in about 6 pieces and just set that on a baking sheet with some parchment paper. That's not necessary, but you guys can literally set it on a plate. But we're gonna do this, roll them, and set it down for about 10 minutes. This recipe is gonna make you about 6 of them. So this is my dough for festival, and like I said, I'm just gonna sit it down for about 10 minutes, let it rest, and get the oil preheated and everything ready so it's good to go once I'm ready to start frying it. All right guys, back outside. I'm just gonna check on the chicken, rotate it some more, and it's looking good. I'm gonna put it on the side. I'm gonna let that cook for another 30 minutes, so I'm just gonna shut this. I'm just gonna let this cook for another 30 minutes before checking on it. If it's not done, I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit longer so it reaches the 2-hour time frame, but I'm gonna check it at an hour and a half. We're already an hour down. And then the best thing I suggest to do is get a thermometer, pop it in there. Once it's at 165 or over that, then it's good. So I'm gonna go inside now and I'm gonna start working on the festivals. Okay, now that the dough for the festival is ready, you will need to preheat your deep fryer to 350. Mine's already preheated. The oil is hot. The dough has been sitting for 10 minutes, so it's good to go. And I'm just gonna drop these in there. Now I'm gonna pop these into the deep fryer. And let these fry until they're golden brown. So about 7 minutes, but I'm gonna keep watching it because once they're brown, you wanna pop them out. You don't want it to sit in there too long. And just give it a little kick so it doesn't stick to the other ones. And they should be good. Now, I don't know what the American equivalent of a festival is. Pretty much like dumpling, but that's also Jamaican. I don't know, whatever you think this is similar to in America or wherever you're from, comment below because I would love to know, but this is Jamaican royalty right here. Now these are as good as they'll get, so I'm gonna pop these out now and then just have them drain on a paper towel. And there you have it. Okay, so while those are cooling, I'm gonna go back outside and check on my chicken to make sure everything is going great, so you guys can come with me. All right, so it's been about an hour and a half. It's at 165, so it should be good. I'm just gonna give that about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna check on everything else, make sure they're all ready, but this should be good to go in about 10 minutes. So we're finally done, and this is the finished product. Typical jerk chicken and rice. You could serve that with some vegetables or like a coleslaw. It's really, really good with your favorite sauce on side. That's bomb, but since this is like a Jamaican inspired video, I'm gonna do it the Jamaican way and serve this in Pauly because if you were in the islands, this is how you would be served it. And Jamaicans usually eat jerk chicken with like bread and butter. But because I made festival, this is literally, if you pulled up on the side of the street beside somebody jerk pan, this is how you're getting it. They'd squeeze a little ketchup on it. I'm not gonna do that because I don't like ketchup. And that's literally all that there is to it. So you have your jerk chicken and your festivals, which are so bomb. I sneaked a little piece. So flaky, crunchy, sweet. But I'm gonna go enjoy my food. That's all that there is to it. Let me know if you guys like this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. Not sure what I'll be doing then, but you guys will always know once I post. Thanks for all the support, love, and for the good comments and just the good vibes. I love it so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Stay safe. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye.